kidney. What region of the kidney?
Nephron.
Or there's two regions to the kidney.
Oh, cortex.
There's the cortex and the medulla. Which one are we looking at?
Cortex.
Cortex. How do we know? Meatballs.
Meatballs.
What are the meatballs?
Renal corpuscles.
Kind of, yeah. So the actual meatballs themselves are the glomeruli, right? And then the little capsule on the outside of them is the glomerular capsule, right? So then together they're the renal corpuscle, right? And that makes all the other tubes you're seeing on here the what?
Peritubular.
The convoluted tubes, right, that you're seeing there. So kind of zoom in a little bit here. Move around and get like a meatball in the center. You get two of them. So you see two of the glomeruli, right? You see one there. We actually see another little bit of one down here. You see their capsule pretty well, right? Kind of going along the outside, that little kind of simple squamous layer, that parietal epithelial, right? And throughout there, the glomerulus, those are the renal corpuscles. All these other simple cuboidal tubes, those are all just convoluted tubules, right? You don't need to tell the difference between proximal and distal. You kind of can't, unless you really know what you're looking for there. But that's what those are out there, and that's how we know we're in the cortex, right? You do have a renal capsule that you can see pretty well too. If we move a little further out here, see this little fibrous capsule on the outside here? That's the renal capsule, right? Not to be confused with the renal corpuscles down there, right? That you're kind of saying. So that's all towards the outside of the kidney, right? And if we go ahead and move on inside, right, we just see more and more meatballs as we go through there, right? And eventually we end up in an area, no more meatballs, right? Kind of a sad plate of spaghetti. So what we have left here is just a bunch of little tubes, right? And when you look closely at the tubes, you see simple cuboidal and simple squamous, right? So when we just see tubes, where are we? In not the cortex, but the medulla, right? So as we kind of zoom in here, you can definitely see what's going on within here. We don't make you tell the difference between the tubes, but I like to pretend you can, right? At least that you guys kind of know what's going on here, right? So you see the simple cuboidal, those would be the collecting ducts, right, hanging off down here. And then you see simple squamous lining some of your tubes, like through this area here. That's going to be the nephron loops, right? Or as you guys also know them, the loops of Henle, right? Since we still use archaic language. So that's how you differentiate them there. You just know that they're tubules of the nephron, right? Kind of for the most part, you don't need to differentiate them, but you know when all you see is tubes, you're definitely in the medulla, right? So that's what you're dealing with when you look at the kidney. Is there any questions about the kidney? No?
Or the minor calyx or major calyx?
None of that on the kidney. Next, we'll look at the bladder. Kind of go through here, kind of check that stuff out. So here's kind of the lumen, right? Here's where the urine would be passing by, right? Kind of up in this area here, kind of when it's hanging out in the bladder there. So we have this epithelial tissue lining the bladder that you're seeing right here. We can zoom in on it, so you can see a little bit better, but you should automatically know what that epithelial tissue is without even looking at it. What's it gonna be?
Transitional.
It's transitional epithelial tissue, right? See lots of different shapes and sizes and all that kind of thing in there because it's stretchy stuff, right? So when we're zoomed in this far, what we're seeing right here is the transitional epithelial tissue, and then the submucosa is just all the kind of dense connective tissue hanging out down in there. I want to zoom back out because we actually want to see a little more a rough view of this kind of going on, right? So here you're seeing that transitional epithelial tissue creating these lumps and folds. They have the same name that they did in the stomach. What were the folds inside the stomach called?
Rugae.
The rugae, right? Same thing going on here. Basically that rugae going on, right? Along there. You can see different rugaes. You kind of move along there, right? All those big folds are all the rugaes. You kind of go through their little mountain-looking structures. That's all submucosa, kind of deep to the epithelial tissue there. Then you'll notice we then transition to one of our more well-known tissues hanging out down through here. And you actually have 3 layers of it that kind of create an overall structure. What is that within the bladder? What's the muscular layer within the bladder? It's actually 3 layers. The detrusor muscle, right, hanging out in there. So you see one layer here, one layer here, and then the other layer down here, right? So you see at least 3 layers hanging out through here. So that's going to be all the detrusor muscle. muscle, and that's as far as I can zoom out. You can see the whole detrusor muscle when you're zoomed out on yours. My camera, like I said, does magnification issues, but you get the hint, right? You know what smooth muscle looks like at this point, hopefully. If not, quit. So, should have an idea of that, right? So the smooth muscle on the bladder slide, the detrusor muscle, right? So any questions about the bladder?